Hello everyone. In our last class, we started with one of the most important chapter, that was mathematics of finance, or earlier known as time, value and money. What we started was the first thing, the difference between simple interest and compound interest. When we talk about simple interest, the interest is always calculated on the initial loan amount, initial principal. But when we talk about compound interest, the interest is always calculated on the outstanding amount. When we talked about simple interest, the formula for simple interest and the formula plus SI. Now, when we talked about compound interest, we talked about the effects of compounding, right? So, initially, if I invested rupees P and the rate was R%, the rate that is always mentioned in the question is always the annual rate. Now, first we find out the compounding value, the multiplier that we keep on multiplying to get the amount for the next succeeding year. What was the compounding value term? If for n years I ask you what is the formula for amount, for 1 year if I ask you, what will you do? P into 1 plus R by 100. Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
For the second year, if I ask you, it will be 1 plus R by 100 to the power 2. So, for nth year, it will be P 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Yes? So, if the rate would have been 5%, we take 1 plus 5 by 100, which becomes 1.05. So, this is what we used to do it earlier. Now, considering that we have more things to study after this, we write R by 100. We write R by 100 as I. What is I? I is the decimal version of the rate. If rate is 5%, I will be 0.05. If rate is 10%, I will be 10 by 100, 0.1. If rate is say 6%, I will be 0.06. So, just the decimal version of the आपका rate. So, when we talk about 5%, that means on rupees 100, there is interest of 5. But the same thing when I do it for 1 rupee. For rupees 100, if the interest is 5 rupees, for rupee 1, the interest will be 5 by 100, and that is known as I. I is 1 rupee interest. So, instead of writing compounding value as 1 plus R by 100, can we not write it as 1 plus I?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
All of you. So, I is R upon 100, the decimal version, and 1 plus I is known as the compounding value. So, if I am saying that the rate is say 7%, can you tell me what would be I?
0.07.
And what will be 1 plus I?
1.0.
Understood? If the rate is say 9%, what will be I?
0.09.
And what will be 1 plus I?
1.09.
1.09. So, if I invest rupees 1200 at 8% per annum, how much will I get after 6 years? It will be 1200 into 1.08 to the power 6. Answer? Answer, guys. What happened, guys? I will need the calculation.
One nine zero four.
1904.2491. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
If I would have done the same thing half yearly, then I would have taken the rate to be
4%.
4% because it gets half, and 6 years. Instead of 6 years, we will have 6 into 2, 12 installment. So, then it will become 1200 into 1.04 to the power 12.
Yes.
Answer.
1921.
1921.2386.
Done. If you would have done the same thing quarterly, then what would the rate be? 8% compounded quarterly. What would the rate be?
2%.
2%.
2% divided by 4. And for 6 years, how many installments will we have?
24.
24, 6 into 4. So it will be 1200 into 1.02 to the power 24.
1930.1246.
Very good. 1930.1246. Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
So in order to do anything half yearly, we divide the rate by 2, we multiply the time by 2. To do it quarterly, we divide the rate by 4, multiply the time by 4. In case of monthly, we will divide the rate by 12 and we will multiply the time by 12. Now, see, supposingly I want to invest somewhere. Okay, I want to invest a certain amount. Say I want to invest 100 rupees, he wants to invest 1200, Pragati wants to invest 1300. So we want to invest different amounts as per our convenience. And we decided to see that which bank gives us a better interest rate. We would want more right now. Why? Because we are investing. So in this case, what I want to know is which bank at the end will give me more amount of money. So how do we do that now? Supposingly, one bank says that I'm going to have it 9.8% compounded half yearly. And another bank says 9.6% compounded quarterly. Agree? So if I take the time period to be 2 years, and let us say that I'm talking about say rupees 100 only, rupees 100. So in this scenario, can you tell me after a period of 2 years, this 9.8% when compounded half yearly will give me how much amount in return for 100? How much will I take the rate? I'll divide the rate by 2, 9.8 by 2, add divided by 100 then and add 1. So my compounding value is 1.049. Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to calculate it 4 times 2 years, so 4 half yearly installment. Answer 121.088. If I would have done the same thing in this case, 9.6 first will be divided by 4 for 1 quarter. To convert it into decimal, I divided by 100, add 1. So it is 1.024. Do you all have this compounding value? So my amount will be 100 into 1.024, 2 years. So how many installments?
8.
Calculate.
120.89.
So automatically 9.8% half yearly gives me more rate. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
If you understand, instead of 2 years, if I would have only taken 1 year, let's not take 2 years and I only take 1 year. In that case, this will be 100 into 1.049 to the power 2. Amount will be 110.04. And in this case, it will be 100 into 1.024 to the power 4, 1 year. Answer 0.95. That means when I want to find out that which bank is giving me a higher rate or a better interest rate, or even if I'm taking a loan and a lesser rate of interest, I don't need to consider the time period. Even if I calculate the same thing for 1 year, I'm getting the same conclusion that bank A is giving me a better interest rate in terms of investment than bank B. Yes or no? So when we want to compare, it's not necessary to take the time period that the question is saying. We can do it for 1 year also. And now, instead of taking 100 rupees, even if I would have taken 1 rupee or 1200 rupees or 1 lakh rupees, I would still get the same answer. So when we are comparing, It doesn't matter how much you are investing the principal and for how long you are investing. The only thing that matters is the rate and how you are compounding it, half yearly, quarterly, monthly, annually. That's the only thing that matters. So when we compare, we will never take into consideration the principal or the time period. We'll always find it for 1 rupee and for 1 year, because it makes our calculations easier. Even if you do it for 100, it doesn't matter. Till now, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, second scenario.
Ma'am, 1 second, can you scroll it up? Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Now, we are going to talk about another comparison scenario. Suppose bank A says that I'm giving you 10% annual interest rate. I'm investing. Add one more. And bank B says that I'm going to give you 9.8% but compounded quarterly. Agree? So what I want to find is which bank will give me a better rate, right? So in this case, what I will do is this quarterly, either I can do with times of rupee 1, and there is one more concept that we use is effective rate of interest now. Now what is that? I'll explain in a bit. What I want is bank has already given me an annual rate that is 10%. What I'll do is the interest that 9.8% when compounded quarterly gives you. Let's see how much does it. Let's say, as I said, we can do it for 1 rupee also. It won't matter. So for rupee 1, if I've invested 9.8% when compounded quarterly, it will be taken 2.45%. 9.8% is the annual rate when I'm compounding quarterly. So for 1 quarter, it gets divided by 4 and it becomes 2.45. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So compounding value will be 1.0245, and for 1 year only we will calculate because it's the same conclusion. So this 1 rupee will give me 1.0245 to the power. Guys, to the
Four,
power
ma'am.
4. 4 installment. Calculate. This is 1.10166. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that
Yes, ma'am.
means 9.8% quarterly at the end of 1 year is giving me an interest of 1.1016 is the amount. Agree? So rupee 1 when invested, this is my principal and this is my amount. So how much interest am I getting in a 1 year? If I subtract 0.10166, and if I would have taken 10%, I would have got 0.1. So yes, this is higher. So now what I'm saying is, instead of saying that I am getting 9.8% quarterly rate, what can I not say that, see, if it is 9.8% quarterly, there is also a problem of paying 4 times, right? One in 3 months, again in 6 months, again in 9 months and so on. So you won't even see the greater amount of money if you would have gotten in one go. So rather than making it 4 times, I want to remove this hustle and I want to remove it and want only 1 year. But I'm not okay by changing the rate. Why? Because if we make it 9.8% annual, I'm at a loss. Agreed? And if this would have been a loan, then 9.8% quarterly, instead of that 9.8% annually, the bank would not have agreed because they would have got lesser interest. So what I want is, I don't want to change the interest amount. What is the interest amount? 0.10166 on rupee 1. So I want to keep the same interest at the end of 1 year, but I want to remove the problem of having it again and again, and in a year 4 times. I wanted in a year only 1 time, but I want the same interest that this quarterly structure is giving me. So what I'll do is, I'll change this 9.8%. I'll make it into such a rate that if I calculate it in 1 year only, once, if I calculate it annually, it will give me the same interest that 9.8% quarterly is giving. So 9.8% quarterly gives me an annual interest of 0.10166 on rupee 1. On rupee 1. So on rupee 100, or in order to convert it into percentage, I can multiply it by 100. It will give me what? 10.166. So can I not say that 9.8 quarterly interest is same as 10.166% annual interest. Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So 9.8% can be redefined as the annual rate as 10.166. It doesn't change the interest amount. The only thing it changes is rather than 4 times a year, it only makes it 1 time. So this rate, the equivalent annual rate for any quarterly, half yearly or a monthly rate is known as effective rate. This is known as effective rate, and this is known as either your nominal rate, normal rate, declared rate, stated rate, any word. So these rates can be half yearly, quarterly, monthly, any which. So converting that without changing the interest amount into an annual rate, this process is effective rate of interest. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do we do in effective rate? We always calculate it for rupee 1 and for 1 year. So we'll first find out the amount. Then we'll subtract the principal 1 rupee to get the compound interest value. And that is on rupee 1. But in order to convert it into rate, that we need it for 100. So I'll then multiply it by 100. So for effective rate, what will happen? Suppose my rate is 6% compounded half yearly. So what will be my compounding value? How much rate? 6% half yearly will be taken as 3%. So my compounding
Yes,
value
ma'am.
will be 1.03. So rupee 1, if it is invested for 1 year, will become 1.03 to the power 2. Do you agree? 1.0609. This is my amount. I invested rupee 1 for 1 year at the given rate. Always 1 year and 1 rupee. I got my amount to be 1.0609. That is amount. I want interest. So I'll subtract my principal 1 rupee. So my interest will be 0.0609. In order to convert it into percentage, I'll multiply it by 100. So it becomes 6.09%. This is my effective rate. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do we do in effective rate? We first find out the amount 1 into 1 plus y I upon n for rupee 1. So this is my amount. Then I'll subtract 1 to get the interest. Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
So sometimes it
Yes,
says
ma'am.
that effective rate is this in decimal, and sometimes either if they for say formula comes in that case, and then what we do in the sum is we multiply it by 100. So sometimes in your formula you may be written into 100, it may not be written, that's okay. That means I've written it in decimal, it's okay. That much we can adjust. But if you are doing it the sum, if I want you to calculate effective rate, you have to do into 100 at the end of it. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I tell you 7% compounded quarterly, can you all tell me what will be the effective rate? We don't even need to use the pen. To convert it into quarterly, first divide by 4. To convert it into decimal, divide by 100. Then add 1 to it and then multiply this 4 times. Answer subtracted by -1 and then multiply it by 100.
7.18.
7.18.
7.1859 something. Any doubts?
No.
No, no.
All of you? Guys done?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Exercise 4 is, this is mainly about simple interest. So the first sum, simple interest on rupees 3,500 for 3 years at 12% per annum.
Option B, ma'am.
3,500 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 12 divided by 100. 3,500 into 3 into 12 upon 100. Since that's only simple interest, so 1260. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
PRT, even they gave us the formula also. Interest, that is simple interest. So calculate 5000 into 15 into 4.5 divided by 100. 4.5 is 4.5. Answer?
Option A. A option B.
Yes, 3375. Got the answer? For question number 3, the principal is 5000, the time is 1, rate is missing upon 100. We want the answer to be 300. You can do the solving also, you can do trial and error also, any which way. Answer?
6%.
These get cancelled. So 300 by 50, that is R. So 6% is the answer. In case of simple interest, there is no half yearly, quarterly, monthly. Even if they ask us half yearly, you can do it annually and then divide by 2. It's always equal. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 4. Principal is given, amount is given. We want to find the interest. Simple subtraction. Simple interest will be amount minus principal. 7,200 minus 4,500. Answer?
2,700.
2,700. All of you got the answer?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 5. Principal is given, amount is given. We can subtract this to get the interest amount. The interest will be 4,500 and that is principal into time 2.5 into rate R divided by 100. Answer?
15%.
15%. We could have also done trial and error since we have calculated, doesn't take much time. So if I would have just checked 12,000 into 15% into time is 2.5. 4,500 would be the interest, 12,000 add 16,500 amount matches. So A is the correct answer. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Question number 6. Principal given, interest given, rate given, the time we have to do. So we can do trial and error also. 10,000 into 1.5, option A I am trying, into 12.5 divided by 100. No, it's not 2,500. 10,000 into 12.5 into 2 divided by. Does it match? Option B is the correct answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 7. We can subtract them to get the interest. Interest will be
1,700.
1,700. Now this is principal into time. We don't know. Rate 12.5 upon 100. 20. 1,700 my God, divided by 50. Answer, guys.
Option A, 1 year, 7 months.
We get time here 1.6.
Option C.
No, 1.6. Did you get 1.6?
Yes, ma'am.
So 1 year multiply 0.6 by 12. Multiply 0.6 by 12. We get 7.2. That is approximately
Yes, ma'am.
7. So 1 year and 7 months. 1 year and 7 months. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? We got 1.6 as the time. So 1 is 1 year. 0.6 multiplies by 12 to convert it into month. We get 7.2. That is approximately 7 months. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 8. The sum required to earn a monthly interest of 1,200. See, it is simple interest. It doesn't have monthly interest. So if 1 month is 1200, for the entire year, we will have 14,400 as the interest. Principal, time is 1 year, rate is 80. Answer?
Can say 80,000.
80,000.
80,000. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody done?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 9 is one of the most common question you will see in your papers, in your past year papers. So question number 9. It's this formula A2 into A1 into T2 minus A2 into T1 by T2 minus T1. So 6,200 into 3 minus 2 into 7,400 divided by 3 minus 2. 6,200 into 3 minus 7,400 into 2 divided by the time 3 minus 2. Answer A.
Option A.
But there is also none of these. We got 3,800. Yes, that means the principal is 3,800. But if the rate doesn't match, then the answer would be none of these. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have got the principal 3,800. Let's try for this. Time 2 years. And let's take the rate to be 31.58. Let's see if we get the amount to be 6,200. 3,800 into time 2 into 31.58 divided by 100. 2,400 approximately. If I add here 3,800, we get 6,200. Yes. So it matches. If I take
Yes,
the
ma'am.
rate 31.58, the principal we got 3,800. The time is 2 years. We check if we get the amount to be 6,200. So first I calculated 3,800 into 2 into 31.58 divided by 100. And then I added the principal 3,800. We get 6,200.08 almost. So yes, option A is correct. Guys, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No.
All
No,
of you
ma'am.
done?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 10. A sum of money doubles itself in 10. Double formula was 100 by R and this is 10. So R is 10%. So for triple, it will be 200 by R, that will be 20 years. And it is simple interest. If for 100 to 200 it takes 10 years, so again 300 it will take another 10 years. Any doubt in these 10 questions?
No,
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
Ma'am, ninth one alone.
See, question number 9. The first was, the formula was A1 T2 minus A2 T1 upon T2 minus T1. So 6,200 into 3 cross multiplication minus 2 into 7,400 divided by time 3 minus 2. So this we got as 3,800. So the principal is 3,800.
Yes, ma'am.
But I wanted to check the rate also because we also have none of these at the option. So trial and error, I took the principal 3,800, rate I assumed 31.58 option A, time is 2 years. I first found out the interest. Interest 3,800 into 31.58 into 2 divided by 100. How much did you get?
2,400.08.
Yes. And this is interest. Let's find out amount. Amount will be principal plus interest. So add 3,800 to it. How much did you get?
6,200.
And the question also said that in 2 years the amount is 6,200. That means this rate 31.58 is correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody done? Any doubts?
Ma'am, can you explain the 10th one?
It says double in 10 years. So what was the formula for double?
100 by R.
100 by R, and that is given to be 10 years. So from here rate will be 10%.
Yes, ma'am.
Now for triple, what was the formula?
200 by R.
Now put the value of R 200 by 10, that is 20 years.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else has any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, let's discuss 4B. Question number 1. Principal 1000, rate 5%, N is 4, amount and CI. So amount formula P 1.05 to the power 4. Answer
Option A.
1215.50, and if I subtract 1000, this is the compound interest. So option A is correct. Option A is correct. Question number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Rupees 100 will become after 20 years at 5%. Nothing mentioned, so we'll be calculating it annually. So it will be 100 into 1.05 to the power 20. And they've asked us compound interest, not amount. So if I use directly the formula, this was a compound interest formula. Or you can first find out amount and then subtract 100. That also can be done. Answer, guys.
C.
Perfect. If you would have calculated amount, then 265.33, and then I subtract 100 to get 165.33, or directly using the compound interest formula, we can get option C directly. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 3 we just discussed. The original rate is 3%. We have to find out effective rate payable half yearly. So first this 3 will become 1.5%, 3 by 2. Now using 1.5, we have to find out effective rate. So 1 plus 1.5 by 100 to the power 2. Because effective rate, so we only calculate it for 1 year. Then minus 1, then into 100. Answer.
Option C.
3.0225. Rest of you, we just discussed this. Have you all done that?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts still here?
No, ma'am.
Question number 4. A machine is depreciated. We haven't done this, but it's very similar concept. Now, what will happen when we are talking about depreciation? See, when we talk about interest, in this principal P, if their rate is 5%, we add P plus 5% of P because it gets added, the interest gets added. Now, if I bought a machinery, for example, if I buy a two-wheeler at 1 lakh and I use it for 1 year, the value gets depreciated by 5%. That means if I want to resell it after a period of 1 year, so how much will I get? 1 lakh minus 5% of 1 lakh? Yes, the value will reduce. Do you all agree? Guys,
Yes,
yes or
ma'am.
no?
Yes,
So if
ma'am.
I am buying any machinery at the cost P, that is known as my original cost. If this 5% is the rate of depreciation, so the value that can be written as scrap value or salvage value at the end of n years. So if I want to sell it at the end of n years, then the value that I'll get is P, instead of 1 plus I, it will reduce by 1 minus I to the power n. That will be my scrap value. Instead of adding the interest, that much value gets reduced. So it becomes 1 minus I. So if I would have bought something at 1200 and it gets reduced by 2% after 3 years, how much will I get? 1200 into 1 minus 2 by 100 to the power 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Answer. Answer. 1129.4304. So something that I bought for 1200 and the value of which is getting depreciated each year, getting reduced each year by 2%. After 3 years, if I'm trying to sell it, I'll get 1129.4304. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So in this case, question number 4. A machine is depreciated at the rate of 20% on reducing balance. The original cost was 1 lakh and the scrap value is 30,000. So 1 lakh, the scrap value, gets reduced by 20%. I don't know n, and this is 30,000. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
10 comes here, 0.3, and this is 1.02. Till here, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Is it okay till here? Sorry, minus 0.98. Guys, please be careful when you say yes. Is it okay? Please understand and let me know if it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay? Rest of the students.
Yes, ma'am.
How is it okay? Please check the calculation. It's incorrect. We are doing 1 minus 20 by 100. Guys, what are
So
you
it
doing?
comes 0.8.
Yes, 20 by 100 is 0.2. If you subtract it by 1, you get 0.8. How can you tell me yes? Now, in order to find n, what will we do? See, there are decimals. We can't calculate decimal value with the help of calculator. So, what we'll do is, we'll first write 0.8 in my calculator and I'll multiply. I'll stop at 4. I'll first find out 0.8 to the power 4. What is 0.8 to the power 4?
0.4096.
0.8 to the power 4. That is 0.4096. What I want is 0.3. Yes, do it one more time. 0.8 to the power 5. Answer
0.3276.
0.32 something. Now do it one more time. 0.262. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we wanted the answer 0.3, exact 0.3, but we did not get that. But this 0.3 lies between these two values. So the answer that we will have will be between 5 and 6. So we can say that it is 5.4 years. I can't calculate it for a fact. It's not possible. Just a guesswork. Since I want my answer to be between 5 and 6, I'm saying that it is 5.4. Even if it is none of this, there is no way for us to calculate. We have no choice. The only thing we can do is the middle value between 432 and 262. It should be smaller than that, so near less than 5.5. Is it okay, guys? We calculated 0.5, 0.6, power 5 and power 6. Our value 0.3 is in between that. So answer will be 5.4 years. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it can be none of these also. ma'am.
Yeah, it can be none of this. There is no way for us to test.
Okay.
It's a guesswork.
Okay. ma'am.
Done? Question
Yes,
number
ma'am.
5. Amount 1000, N is 2, rate is 6%, compound interest payable half yearly. Then the principal is, we can go for trial and error also. How much time does it take? So here, amount we want 1000, principal 1.06. Sorry, the rate will be
3%.
3%.
3% half yearly. The time will become
4.
4. So 1.03 to the power 4. We can calculate 1.03 to the power 4, save it as m plus and then divide 1000 by that. We can also do that. What have I done? 1.03 to the power 4 we got, pressed m plus, then wrote 1000 divided by MRC equal. How much do you get?
11255.
No. We have done
Triple eight.
62.
Whoever got the wrong
487.
answer, do it again. First calculate 1.03 4 times. How much did you get?
1.125508881.
Now
Yes,
press M plus. Then without doing anything, just type 1000 divided by MRC equal. Answer?
A, 8.4.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So option will be A.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 6. The population of a town increases every year by 2% of the population at the beginning. So this is our rate. The number of years in which the total increase of population is 40%. That means if I would have started with 100, now the population has increased by 40%. So it has become, if let my principal be 100, guys, please concentrate. They haven't told us the population. Let the population be 100. If it increases by 40%, you have calculated. If you don't know how to do it, 100 plus 40%, how much do you see?
140.
140.
So 100 has become 140 at 2%. We need to find out time. You can take anyone, anything. I have taken 100. You will want to take 1 rupee, take 1 rupee. If you want to take 1 lakh, you take 1 lakh. Doesn't matter. Yes? So 140 equal 100. 1 plus 2% to the power n. So 1.4, this is 1.02. Till here, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Now our options are 7, 10, 17. So let us first stop at 7. Let us first stop at 7. How much did we get?
$1.1486.
So this is very far. We want 1.4, right? So let us go till power 10. Answer?
1.2189.
Again very far. Go till 17.
1.400.
4002.
1.4002. So almost 17. So our answer will be C, 17 years approx. Answer will be C, 17 years approx.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Done?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
7. The difference between CI and SI on a certain sum of money invested for 3 years. So for 3 years, what was our formula? Difference into
100 cube by r square into r plus 300.
very good. Put all
My
the
doubt,
values, we'll get the principal. Yes.
वो प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में अगर वो अप्रॉक्स वो वर्ड नहीं है तो नन ऑफ द
तो
वो
भी
डालना है
यही
ना?
लिखेगा.
अच्छा,
थोड़ा
ओके
तो डेसिमल का ऊपर नीचे हो गई.
ओके.
So difference 110.16 into 100 cube divided by r square, that is 36, divided by r plus 300, that is 306. Answer?
10,000.
Very good.
10,000.
10,000. All of you give it a try. Let me know if you got the answer. Difference 110.16 multiplied by 100 3 times divided by r square is 36, then divided by r plus 300, that is 306. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, 8. The useful life of a machine is estimated to be 10 years. We are using a machine for 10 years. Cost is 10,000. The rate of depreciation is 10%. So, this 10,000 gets depreciated by 10% for 10 times. Use your calculator. First, do 10 by 100. Subtract 1. You get a negative sign. Remove the negative sign by plus minus. Multiply it 10 times. Then multiply 10,000. Answer
3486.78.
very good. All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
3486.7.
Everybody, does your answer match? Can I move on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 9. The effective rate of interest corresponding to a nominal rate of 7%. So convert it quarterly. Quarterly. So 7 divided by 4, then divided by 100, add 1 for 4 times 1 year. Minus 1 into 100. Only 100, not percentage. Answer.
7.18, ma'am.
Very good. Aya? करवाओ. Question number 10. Question number 10. We want to find out compound interest. So we can use the formula directly. 16,000. 1 plus 10% will become
5.
5. And 1.5 year will have how many half yearly installments?
3.
6 months. So 3 installment. So 1 plus 5 by 100 to the power 3. So 1.05 and minus 1. This was your formula, right? 1.05 3 times minus 1 multiplied by 16,000.
2,520.
Sorry?
Option B.
Yes. Everybody got the answer?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Question number 11. The compound interest on rupees 40,000 at 10% for 1 year when the interest is payable quarterly. If you are doing it quarterly, first 10% divided by 4, then divided by 100, add 1. 1 year, that is 4 quarter, subtract 1 and then multiply it by 40,000.
Option C, ma'am.
Option C, ma'am.
Yes. All of you got the answer?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 12. The difference is given for 2 years. So what was the formula for 2 years?
D into 100 square by R square.
D into 100 square upon R square. So difference is 2400 into 100 square divided by R square is 25. Okay. We have to find the difference here. So this is 2400 D into 100 square, R square 2500. We have to find out the difference. Answer.
₹6.
The difference is
6, ma'am.
perfect. Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Got the answer, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 13 is another one of the most common question that you'll see. One of the most common question that you'll see. And this is kind of a learn category. Okay. See, the annual birth and death rates per 1,000. The annual and birth rate per 1,000. Do we have the rate per 1,000? What is rate? Rate is per 100, right? 5% means on 100 you are getting 5. Agreed? 6%. On 100 you are getting 6. Here it says for 1,000. So for 1,000, birth rate is 39.4 and death rate is 19.4. So on 100, what will be the rates?
3.94.
3.94 and 1.94. Everyone got divided by 10. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So now what happens is in a certain year, the rate increases by 3.94 and because of that, it gets reduced by 1.94. So what is the net growth rate? Growing rate. What is the net growth rate? 94 minus 1.94, 2%. That is
Yes,
our
ma'am.
net increasing rate. Do you all agree? The value increases by 3.94%. Then because of that, it gets reduced by 1.94%. That means the net increasing rate is 2%.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you agree? Now what
Yes,
we
ma'am.
want is the population will be doubled. The population will be doubled. So doubled is 7 R years.
Yes, ma'am.
So this will be 72 by 2. Answer
36.
36. We don't have 36. We won't mark none. See, I told you in the beginning also when I was giving you the formula, it's a prox. Right? So learn this also. It is always 35. What is basically happening? It becomes 2p. This is p. The rate is 1 plus 2 by 100 to the p gets cancelled. So 2, 1.02 to the power n. It is basically between 35 and 36. So if I would have had 36 years option, I would have marked that. But I don't have it. So 35. It's 35 point something.
Okay.
Guys, clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now 14 number. The compound interest on rupees 4,000 for 6 months at 12% payable quarterly. So 12% becomes 3%. 6 months means how many quarter?
2, ma'am.
2. So 4,000 into 1 plus 3 by 100 to the power 2 minus 1. Answer
243.6.
243.6. Option A. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So that marks the end of simple interest and compound interest first. Yes?
Ma'am, in this sum,